So now we'll discuss about relational algebra. Basically, relational algebra is used for relational database. So what is a relational database? Basically, relational database uses tables. So in relational database, all the information is stored in the form of tables. So in order to perform operations on this data, we have to use some languages. There are two types of languages. One is procedural language and the other is non-procedural. So what is the difference between these two? In procedural languages, will tell what data what data has to be retrieved and what steps have to be taken to perform operations on the data. What steps and what's the data. Whereas non-procedural language only tells us about what data we need. That's it. It doesn't tell us how to retrieve the data or how to manipulate data and all. Those are not mentioned in the non-procedural language. So within the procedural languages, we have relational algebra. So relational algebra uses some operators to perform operations on the relational database. So what are the set of operators that we use in uh, relational algebra? It's important. So the first operator that we use is the projection operator. So this we'll discuss with an example, projection operator. So what is a projection operator? It is indicated by the symbol called pi. So how we use projection operator? Take an example of the student table. Suppose I have a student table and this table has some records where I have ID, the name of the student and this CGP. So ID is 101, 2, 3, 4, name is A, B, A and C and CG is 8.2, 9.3, 7.6, 6.8. Now if I want to only uh, find out all the names of the students, how will I do? I'll use this projection operator to find out only the names of the students. So what is the attribute that I want? Name, right? So I'll mention it, the attribute which I want to view, and then the name of the table. So student. So when I write the query using this is the way we write the queries in relational algebra. So when I write the query in this way, by name and student, it gives me the names of names of all students. Suppose if I want only the student CGPA, so if I write CGPA student, then it gives me the CG CGPA of all students. So what are we writing here? We are writing in the subscript, sorry, in the subscript we are writing attribute which we want to view, and here we are writing the name of the table. So this is the general way we write the projection operator. Now going to the next operator, the second one is selection operator. Suppose I have a query. We use sigma to indicate the selection operator. Suppose the query is uh, find sorry, find the name of all students whose CGPA is greater than 8. So how do I answer this query? So for that I use a selection operator. I'll once again copy the table. I'll copy the table here. So now I want to have the list of all the students whose CGPA is greater than 8. So for that, what I have to do, I have to use the selection operator. So what is the selection operator? What is the format of using the selection operator? Sigma. Here I have to place the condition in the name of the table or the relation. Okay. So how we write? What is the condition here? In this case, it becomes sigma CGPA greater than 8 and student. Now this gives me the records of all the students whose CGPA is greater than 8. So what are all the records that I'll get? I'll get this record and the second record. Now I only want the name of the student. Since I only want the name, this will give all records, all records in student table where CGPA is greater than 8. So what will be the output? The output will be 101, 102. This entire ID, this entire record will come. Now since I only want the name, now what I have to do, I have to only select the name from the records. Whatever records are coming from those, only I have to select the attribute of the student's name. That's it. So this will only give the name of the students. Okay. Now coming to the third operator, which is a rename operator. Third one is the uh, rename. Why I need to rename? Sometimes I may want to rename the whatever records I am fetching by placing a condition or any other way to a new name. For example, if I am fetching the records of the student whose CGPA is greater than 8, I may call them as meritorious students. So I can rename them as merit students. Who are all the merit students? Those CGPA is greater than 8 from the student. So whatever records are fetched, whatever records having CGPA greater than 8 are fetched, they are named as merit students. So in this, the general structure of the query is, here we'll write the new name, and here we have the table or the records, whatever. by placing the condition. Okay. Now I can further, I only want to have the name of the merit student. So next I can put name, only the, sorry, only the, I want to have the list of name from the merit student. I put merit student. All right. So this will give me only the name of the merit student, which is same as, this is same as by name sigma CGPA greater than 8 of student. Both are same. Here what we are doing? Here first of all we are renaming the students as merit students, and then we are finding the name of the merit student using the projection operator.